Welcome back. We are on episode 2, or part 2 of our grounded woe mode slow play solo play. Yep. We are pretty much right back at where we left off. I came back to the red ant hill, just knocking out some quests with these soldier ants and red worker ants. Then I'm going to grab some more clay and we're going to get to building a base and also do the hedge lab. That's our plan for this one, and we just unlocked the Ant Annihilator mutation. That's going to help us out with these 2 quests as soon as I can get a break from them and can have it equipped. Okay, I think we're good to hop into the menu and equip the new mutation. That's number 2 for us. The Ant Annihilator name explains it well enough. It helps you annihilate ants. You just do more damage to all types of ants. There is a significant difference as you level it up. Bah! I couldn't see him preparing for the attack through the flying guts of the other guy. I was hoping to avoid attracting more attention from worker ants because I don't want to trigger a raid just yet. The more you kill, the more they'll want to kill you and all your things. This is not an ideal situation. I only need one of you, and I'm almost dead. Leave me alone and let me heal. Whew, I wasn't worried at all. I handled that with the utmost precision. I'm pretty sure I hear an ant munching on the food I just put on the spit. Yep. Oh, it's 2. You both shall die. We are set to build the spinning wheel and the smithing station. Now we can craft silk rope, and of course there's no web fibers in range. Let's go ahead and upgrade our larva blade. I don't have enough quartzite to put towards the ant club like I thought I would, which is fine because I really didn't want to anyway. But to upgrade weapons for the first 5 levels, you'll need brittle whetstone, which is crafted 1-to-1 from quartzite using the workbench. However, I recommend you don't use all of your brittle quartzite or marbles because they are not renewable and are required in crafting smithing stations. And if you're like me, you'll want to be able to craft more and have them accessible around the map. I'll stop at 20 for now. That'll get us 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, that'll get us perfectly to level 4. That's awesome. That'll be a significant damage boost against the spiders. 20% more damage to be exact. So that's really going to help us out. For some reason, if you have a weapon pinned to the bar, you have to repin it after you level it up. I guess the game sees it like as a new weapon or like a different weapon. But enough playing around. We're going to build a base. Somewhere to protect my food so my backpack isn't so cluttered. Also somewhere to get more organized. My original plan was to build around this mystery machine or mysterious machine. What is this, Scooby-Doo? I don't know. I just had this cool idea to build something kind of like a quarantine zone. What comes to mind is in the first Thor movie where his hammer is in the crater and they've got tents and stuff set up around it. But there's just so much in the way that can't be cut down, like this plant or the leaves on this stick. It's just too much that hinders the vision of what I wanted. But I did want to stay in this area because it's close to the initial spawn and pretty central on the map. Like, we're here. Let's actually zoom out to have a better look. So we're here. I guess this is actually more center. The upper yard is further away than I thought, but we're close enough to central, and I've never built around here before. Right above the field station, we've been spending most of our time at. On this little cliff is where I'm wanting to start the base. So when building a base, there are some things to consider, like how many sides are open to raid attacks. The cliff side is only going to be attacked by flying insects, which are annoying, but I am not concerned about them at the moment. So I really only need to focus defense on the sides at ground level. You could, of course, look to build your base somewhere that is almost completely void of raids, but in my experience, it just promotes flying raids more frequently. I know this weed stem needs to go. When you cut down a weed, you can cut down the stub and the weed will still grow back unless you build over it to stop it from being able to grow. You could also just punch the stub if you need to save durability on your axe. But when you cut down the stub from a grass blade, the grass will not grow back. So leave this little guy if you're wanting the grass to return to be harvested again, but it'll also not grow back if it's blocked by something. You want to know something that I find very annoying? You can jump up and drink water midair. You can drink water through a mask, including the gas mask, like while exploring the haze. You can even drink water while underwater. But oh, what's that? You're carrying weed stems on your shoulder? Well, no water for you. Let's get our red ant armor back on. Each piece of red ant armor increases your hauling strength by 1, helps move your building along. I actually want to make the Canteen Plus before we get started so I can hold more water and go a little longer while building before I need to go fetch water again. So we out here killing grubs. I also want to grab new quest. Oh, grub vest. I don't think I have enough grub parts to make the vest and the canteen. The canteen will come first because I'll actually use it. And the eye patch I'll just make for the raw science and will be used in a smoothie later on. So I am already on that weed stem grind. I am just going to fill up this pallet and get more once I see how many I need. If you want to do the same, just remember the only weed stems you can cut down with a tier 1 axe are dandelions. When I'm building, I don't clear out the area or cut anything down unless it's in the way or clipping with my building because I feel like the grass helps. It's like natural accents around the exterior. But I really love the building in this game. The blueprints are awesome. It allows you to get a feel of what you want without committing to it right away. Plus, it gives you a material list of what is needed to complete the build of all the blueprints you have laid out. So I am going to take a moment to lay out what I think I want, and then I'll be back. So sometimes you'll experience this issue where the water will not fall when you hit the grass. It's very annoying. Just throw or shoot something at it, or if you can reach it, jump for it. I want to get started on my crude rope stash. The reason I've only been making what I need so far is because you can use the spinning wheel for a 1-to-1 plant fiber to crude rope exchange. Much more resource friendly, gets you 3 times more, but it does take time. I'll eventually have more spinning wheels working at the same time. So far, I've only got the outline of the base of the building, the base of the base. Oh, all the grass that's touching the blueprints will be cut all the way down so they can't regrow. Even this one that's barely touching. And I'll do that before I build. But what we can do now is hop into the building menu and see what we need. The chopping list is what it's called. I only need 24 weed stems, not including the sprigs, fibers, or clovers, because those are for the marker at Toad Swamp. I do actually have exactly 24 weed stems. The wheat stem pallet holds 21, and I've got 3 on the side. Unfortunately, this will be nowhere near enough in the end. I will need so much more as I go. But let's get this grass out of the way so I can begin. That is all the grass that was touching any blueprints. There will most likely be more to cut down as I build up here, but I don't want to remove anything unless it is interfering. I will probably repeat myself a lot through this series, but anything I find necessary to say at the time, I will probably speak it. But I did have to make more pallets for the grass, which is a-okay. I want to eventually have a large storage shack full of pallets. Plus, I'm most likely going to use all of this soon. And that's the foundation or support done. I just realized I haven't cut down a dandelion flower yet, until now, but they drop pollen. Pollen is not very useful in my opinion, but I also haven't used it much. It's used for Shinobi Sneeze, which makes enemies lose sight of you, and for a pollen turret for base defense, which stuns enemies, so it's good for flying enemies. So this is a new one to me. I've never experienced this before. I can't grab them. It's like they don't exist there. I've tried throwing stuff at it to see if I could knock it down, but nothing. Our first tool has been broken, but have no fear because repairing tools is really easy, especially stone tools. You don't need to be at a bench, I just happen to be here, but all you need to do is hover over it, press repair, and as long as you have what you need, you're good to go. I don't have everything I need just yet, but we're going to go ahead and use up what we've got, then get more. Oh, so much more. Well, time to get back to the grind. And we're done! Well, not really, just done for now. This is only the first level. There will be at least 2. I mainly just needed something to keep my storage safe. But this is what we're looking like. I did put in a cookery, but I ran out of weed stems and I need a boiling gland. We'll be hunting for those after the Hedge lab. This is the start to my mini storage. A space-saving tip for you, use half floors as shelves and turn your chests sideways. You can place them closer together, I just keep them separated for aesthetics. I need more clay for the armor stand so I can swap armor quickly, and I'll also be making more spinning wheels soon. Over here, I ended up having this fun little staircase because the dirt underneath it came up over the floor. I have my bed here for now because it'll go upstairs later. I'm not entirely sure of what all will be on the second level. I actually have everything I need for the railings there. I just forgot about them. But before we go to the Hedge lab, I want to get some grubs so I can make the vest and get new quests. Hopefully quests that can be knocked out at the Hedge. And I also want to get more mite fuzz because I made a bow but have no arrows because I used all of my mite fuzz already. Got one. So when you're digging up clay, it's pretty slow. Like honestly, it's painstakingly slow. However, if you block after every strike, it cancels out the animation of resetting the shovel, which makes it possible to dig faster. Similar can be applied to breaking rocks, but block after every third strike instead. While gathering the clay, I came near this field station. Always check your field stations for collectibles, like this tape. That's the analyzer, like this tape. They're very important for 100%ing the game. It is finally Hedge Lab day, but before we go, I want to have everything to make the marker at the toadstool or toad swamp. I also want to have everything to make a chest when I get there. That way I don't have to try to move it across the map as I travel. And I also want to have what I need for a bed and a roasting spit to set up at the field station over there. Let's get our acorn armor on so we can be more protected. And I want to bring a backup tuft because we will be getting pretty high and I'm sure I'll be using it a lot. Ah, more sacrificial food. We should be coming up on a field station. Ah, there you are, as we speak. We'll go ahead and pop our heads in here and see what we can find. I think these mites aren't going to forget about us, so let's take them out first. Oh, sweet Jesus. Mites are the scariest bug in the game, apparently. But there's a tape in here, right here. Thank you. Let's go. New one for the beast. There you are, my dear friend. I almost forgot to come here. And a word of advice, it's much easier to jump up on his back than it is to jump out of the water onto his hand, which is where the marker is. And done. And some more advice, be careful when you come this way because there are mosquitoes not too far from here. Just over there, next to the bird bath, also around the sprinkler. They are the most annoying creature in this game. They hover over you just out of range of your attack most of the time. You see that paperclip? What? You see that paperclip up there? Yo, that's our way out. Yeah! Oh, I am so sorry about that. I don't know why that just happened. But we are at the Hedge Ascent, or Hedge Accent, if you will. Shall I do the whole thing sounding like a mullet? Totally kidding. That is not happening. There are some goodies in here, another granola bar, but we're going to analyze the berry chunks. They're very important for the chair. Nothing else matters. Just kidding. The berry leather does still have some uses, but let's set up our base here. Actually, let's do the bed first, or the lean-to, if you fancy. Don't forget to set your respawn point for in the unfortunate event that you die. I won't, though, because I'm great. Yeah, I probably just jinxed it. There are going to be spiderlings pretty much everywhere through here. They're pretty easily avoidable, which is what I'll be doing for most of them until we get to the lab itself. But it's good to have the shield as a safety, and I'm not going to worry too much about gathering berries until I'm leaving. Everyone likes juice. So before we move on, I'm going to have to fight this guy first. I always like to add an extra swing for good measure. Not really, I just tap the trigger too much. But before we move on, you can see there's a tooth up there, but we're not interested in that just yet because we can't get it. Oh, why are you here? I'm pretty sure the poison from the lava blade is what killed him. But what we're after is a scabby scheme. It's somewhere up there on that branch. It does require some parkour, or you can build to it if you like to torture yourself. This is one of the reasons we want to have a dandelion tuft, because if you fall, it could kill you. But this parkour isn't really that bad. I'm sure there are other ways to do it. This is just how I do it, but we're here. The scabby scheme is somewhere. Where is it? What an idiot. It's literally right where I jumped up. We are going to jump off this zip line right before we get to that raw science. You want to drop before because you do keep moving forward for a bit. I actually jumped off, so I went forward even more. But we want to head into this door prepared to fight because there are some bots. We do want to peep them first as usual. Where are they? There you are. I believe you can take the Rusties out with whatever. I just prefer to go big. Ouch. Nice. So these guys don't give you parts. They just give you raw science. Man, they really did some damage to me. Are there more? I hope not. There are some collectibles through here, though. This folder, that tape I just got. I need food. So these chests always contain some goodies. Sometimes there are meals in them, too. Sometimes you get rare or hard to obtain parts. But down through here is the main reason we came through this branch of the lab. This raw science. No, I'm just kidding. This switch. Pool? I shall. This switch activates the surveyors. I just realized you can't skip this scene either. But the surveyors are going to allow us to scan the backyard for resources that we need, but only in the areas that we have discovered the field stations. And we're only continuing to watch this scene so I can point out these surveyors when we see it because I'll forget to later. I don't mean to make you watch all of it, but that's what the surveyors look like. You can find them at every field station, and even though there isn't much left of the scene, I will be courteous and skip the rest for you. Dang it. Well, here's another folder to collect, and some bandages. We'll probably need them. There are a lot of egg sacs throughout the entire hedge, which means a lot of easy bug parts. It also means a lot of spiderlings, which is fine as long as you take them out as they come. But I don't want to dull my blade before I even get to the hedge lab. It's my best weapon against the orb weavers and probably also my best against the spiderlings right now. But here's another disconnected lab section. There are some things in here to get. So I knew you could find tufts on the ground under the hedge, but I've never seen one up here on the branch before. A Natural Explorer. Natural Explorer gives you a speed boost. Level 3 is absolutely insane now, but it does deactivate when in combat, which kind of sucks, but it's still great for exploring or building or just trying to travel across the map. I have never heard this dialogue before, but I am digging it. That's a sick jingle, Pete. Right off to the right of the Frisbee, you'll see this hole in the back of the hedge. This leads to the Broodmother. We can't do anything in there until we get the Broodmother recipe, which we will get in the hedge, but it's best to wait to go in there anyway. There is a Scabby on the Frisbee. Hey, Perrymaster level 2. Never forget your tapes and check everywhere. Oh, there's food in this. Nice. There's raw science up there I am going to grab before I head into the lab, so I'm just going to jump off the zip line and run up these branches real quick. And here we are. Doink. I'm just going to hop right down here and go into the lab. And here we are at our first lab. Let's grab this tape and see what's in this chest. Some upgrade materials, very nice. We will always want those. There's some raw science out here too. We will most likely accumulate a lot of stuff going through the lab, so I want to go ahead and clean out my backpack now because we can't place the chest inside of the lab anywhere. So after you activate the biometric scanner, your goal is to obtain the password to this computer. The password is spread out through the lab on torn up bits of notebook paper. So let's head on up. Behind this blocked door will be an Orb Weaver Jr. Sometimes it'll be right here and scare your pants off as soon as you clear the door. Thankfully, my pants are still on. It's good to use a bandage right before a big fight. Even at full health, it gives you a healing factor during the fight. But now we want to get the attention of only the Junior and not any spiderlings. Yeah! Oh, you're so fast. Come on down. No, I need you to come down here, please. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. Hopefully we're far enough away from attracting the attention of any spiderlings. We are getting a little too far up here. Come back down, please. So that's the Junior's charge attack. They raise their legs and pull their body back for the lunge. They also have a 3-strike attack. That's it. They kind of cork their body to the side. You can cancel out the following 2 strikes if you block the first one. But if you miss the first block, the other 2 will always follow, even if you do block the second one. 2 is blocked, and the 3rd. So be mindful of that. Done, son. So that was the main concern of the Hedge Lab. You do have spiderlings, of course, and there are some bots. Both can be concerning in groups. So just move slowly through the lab, take your time, and try to draw enemies to you so you can avoid being outnumbered as much as possible. There's also a tape here and a chest there, but I want to grab my arrow first and come around here to get the first piece of the password. This is pretty much what all the pieces look like. There's also a workbench if you need. I honestly think I've never actually used this workbench. We've got another meal. That's cool. I'm not sure I'll actually be able to eat them all before they spoil. The first zip line immediately to the right where you find the Junior is blocked by a berry. You can shoot it down, or you can just jump down on the leaf and knock it down. Oh, it's waiting for us. It's not the only bot behind this door, but hopefully it's the only one that'll see me, because these guys, even though they attack slow, can do a lot of damage. They're a step up from the Rusties. They're weak to busting and generic damage, mostly busting, but the Pebblet Hammer is honestly just a terrible weapon. That one hit did some damage. I know there are more. Okay, there's one. Let's get you over here in this corner so we can be alone. Oh, I wasn't ready! Oh, that hit was huge. This is not good. Let me play it safe. We'll just stay far apart. No, I missed. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. That was a little scary. There is another one right there. Well, that's a bad start. We'll just keep backing it up and doing as much damage as we can. I don't want to go down there because of spiderlings. So let's go this way and hope to take it out. I've got less space than I thought I had. So let's, oh, no, that's not good. Please die. Whew, too many close calls. Oh, and we got Barbarian. You can become enraged when using a club. While enraged, you deal more damage, but it messes with your perfect block timing. And right now, I'm getting too close to death to lose my block. Oh, there's a bot in here. I wasn't expecting that. Ow, I am not blocking their attacks very well. But anyway, there's another piece of the password here. Don't fall through the hole yet. Now you can fall in the hole. Make sure you glide down or it will hurt. So I was just discussing with myself the fact that I don't have a torch. So I'm going to head back to our bed here, sleep, heal, eat, all of that, then come back in the daytime so it's easier to see. I don't know why I was going back up to the lab. We're actually going to use this exit so we can avoid as many spiders as possible. But I saw some raw science here that I'm going to risk grabbing first. And a tape. Yoink. And yoink. All right, let's go. This tunnel here is actually your quick way back up to the lab, so you don't have to traverse the branches of the hedge. This is by the bird bath. You can come through here, then go up the spiraling tunnel I was just in. Yo, what are you doing here? Please do not see me. I am not in the mood. I want that berry, but I don't want to risk that mosquito seeing me. So I can't believe I just got that close and it didn't turn around. I feel very lucky for that outcome of that situation. I'm so not prepared for a mosquito fight. Because we are completely out of water now. Oh, I don't want to fight. Wait, did I see that right? I did. They're like just gliding. I never peeped them. I killed a dozen of them and I didn't think to peep them? What else have I missed? Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Wee. Ah. Yeah. Wee. You can hear the bots and spiders fighting down there. Ah. We've made it back to where we left off. This time we are going up. My favorite places always have free stuff, and there is a lot of free stuff in here. And of course, I'm going to take it all, except for the things behind me, the grass planks and the wheat stems. I'm going to leave them here because we're going to use them down there. Whoa, hey, you were just chilling here and I almost stepped on you. That's on me. So as I was saying, there's a mixer down there that we're just going to use this stuff to build around it to protect it while it's doing its thing. We'll be able to just toss it all down there. My backpack is almost full, so I'm going to dump everything into this chest and go right back up. And now that we're back on top, let's continue. You do need to drop off this zip line before you get there. And I always jump for some reason. If you stay on, you end up on the branch and you have to walk all the way back around. What is that? Oh, it's just the whiteboard. So now we drop into the hole. There are going to be several spiderlings in here, so be ready for a fight. Here's the third piece of the password. I see no one. Oh, there they are. Yay, more goodies. Oh, not what I wanted to do. If I remember correctly, this tunnel leads back to where we've already been. It looks like it does, but I like to clear all of the doors anyway. So that means, where does this lead? Because I thought I've been everywhere, but I'm still missing a piece. Yeah, this is the part with the junior. Wow, I'm special. After I knocked the berry out of the way, I never went down the first zip line. The last piece should be in here. I can see it. There's going to be some spiderlings to fight. Ow. Down here on the edge is a scabby. Do your best not to fall off because it will hurt. And now that all the main fighting is done, I'm going to crack open all these egg sacs and get a jump on some bug parts I haven't gotten yet. Hey, Blade Master unlocked. Blade Master gives us a chance to reduce the stamina cost for combo attacks with blades. Actually, before I do that, let's analyze the new parts we just got. Got some good stuff. I will be returning here after I get a level 2 hammer so I can get the milk molars. And when I come back, I will be getting more of these bug parts. Now we will finish up the hedge lab. Oh right, silly me. Slap that computer and now we can come in here and grab the chip. There's also a tape in here and a picture of Wendell if you want to look at it. So I've got 2 more things I want to do before ending this video. The first one being to obtain the Broodmother BLT recipe so I can come back and fight her later. And the second being the Ant Totem Cave. I'm going to show you where they both are. The BLT is past the lab. Just follow this branch and it'll lead you to a little outpost out here. This is a cool little change they did. It didn't used to be zip tied in like that. There's also a tooth there. But let's head in And there's some raw science, a scabby, but most importantly, the Broodmother recipe, or the BLT recipe so we can summon her. You can see Castle Moldork from here. What a view. Now the Ant Totem Cave. I actually really didn't think this part through. I can't glide down with a chest, but I may be able to fall down safely here. I don't want to use the spiral part of the lab because I'll have to pass all of the spiders to get where we're going. So, yeah, this won't be so bad. No. Ooh. I thought I could land on that leaf, but thankfully I didn't take much damage from that fall. Oh, this is a level 1 marble. Nice. Hashtag planned. Not really. Okay, so when you're here, you can jump on the little wall anywhere. This looks good here. That works great. And we're free of spiders. That's the mixer there. I'm probably going to have to take more fall damage here. Yeah, that wasn't too bad though. But just along this wall, you're going to come across an opening. Check for spiders. Here we are, head on in, and you'll see a bunch of ant totems and an aphid. There's stuff at the tent you want, a journal of the teen that died here. They left us the recipe for the totems, these things here, and a rotten ant club, which can be analyzed for raw science. More upgraded materials, we always want those. So we are going to end this one right here in this cave because I don't want this to run long like the first one did. I want to keep them around 20 minutes or so, a little more or less is cool. But I still want to keep it fun and informative. I've got about 4 hours of gameplay to pick through now. So as usual, I'm grateful for those who've come to check it out, and especially to those who have stayed until the end. So until next time, I'll see you.
Never leave your wingman.